Hi, I'm Ainsley from A Mama with Trauma. A little change of scenery. I am in my car. It's been a very interesting day. Thank you for those who came over to my page. If you would like to subscribe, I would appreciate that. But yeah, without you coming over and checking out my content, I wouldn't be really maybe as motivated. So thank you for coming over, and your time and attention really makes a difference. And I actually wanted to talk about that today. That's actually one of the things that's kind of what I've been thinking about and pondering, the value time and the value of it, and um recognition, the recognition and attention that can be given. And in my life, I've recognized that I have given a lot of time and attention to those who have surrounded me. It's basically out of my past experience. It was like something I was groomed to do, is to like give that attention. As a child, you don't know any different, but as you know, grow older and stuff, you recognize like, hey, this is kind of taxing. This is really taxing me as a person. And I recognize that I have been giving so much time and attention and recognition to outer sources. And I mean, I would say that I have been working on giving attention to myself, but not nearly as passionately as I have outer sources. And I do recognize in my own self, like having a child, there's a lot of time and attention that I have given to my kid. And even there was a lot of time and attention that I had given to my spouse. And even though that may have been unhealthy, I recognize that I did give a lot of time and attention, um, out of the, I don't know, part of me says it was out of like, I didn't know how to balance it, but also genuinely as a person, like me and my level of commitment to the ones that I love, one of the things I like to do is give my time and attention to that person. Like once I'm in, I'm all in type of a thing. And I don't, I'm pretty one track minded in that way. So I poured a lot of time and attention into my spouse and my child, and all the while learning, like, hey, there's things within myself that I need to pay attention to. And I did, like I started balancing that. But aside from my own personal recognition of time, and how I always used to think that, or I always used to hear like, I have no time, I have no time, I can't do anything, I don't have any time, or um stuff like that. Honestly, time isn't something that we as as people can hold or tamp down or control. It is constantly flowing, and it is a great resource. And I don't know if many people understand how to use time, how to use it well, and in a way that's going to enrich and value our lives. And I've been thinking about that a lot, how I use my time, what I spend my time on, where my time goes, and always being so conscious of that. Um, One huge indicator is like social media or any type of media or technology. always being super, super critical and being like, okay, how much time have I used on this? And using that to kind of like buffer me and reframe me to be like, you need to go outside more. You need to spend time with on something else. It's amazing how quickly technology can take our time and we just pour into it, and it's like this like liquid precious metal that we can sometimes have, like we have our own time, but we pour it into things. We pour it into things that like nothing's really going to grow from that. Nothing's really going to grow from scrolling through social media. Nothing's really going to grow from scrolling through the trailers on TV. And I understand the mean to like disengage, but I guess for me it's wondering like, is there a different way to learn how to disengage in a less in a way that I can use my time more wisely and more wholeheartedly and more fulfilling? Another thing is like attention that I give to others, to other people, listening, being present, showing up, holding space, that amount of energy that I usually pour out. um I recognize that that also is a currency. Like that is another currency that humans have, and we haven't really like tapped into, and we haven't learned to harness. And I definitely know that I have to work on my own attention to the parts of me that I need to work on. There's so much work that still needs to be done, that I still need to do on myself. I guess that's why we're given a lifetime, right? We're given a lifetime to do this work, to do this change and recognition and change and recognition and change and wait and pause and sit in the healing, but then continue the change and the altering. And it is a lifetime's work. You know, if you think about it, I definitely recommend, if you ever see like a homeless person on the side of the street and they're begging for money or whatever. Sometimes you might not have anything yourself to give as far as like finances or food or a blanket or a shirt or water or anything like that. But I've been having this conversation with my kid, and I recognized this a long time ago, that the one thing that I know I can give is recognition. I can look that person in the eye and wave. I can look that person in the eye and smile. I can look that person in the eye, and in that moment, in like my subconscious and my conscious, say, I see you. I see you where you are, and I wish you well with whatever you're looking for, whatever you're needing, whatever you're needing in that moment. I see you and I wish you well. And I think that's important for people to see, that they are noticed, that they're seen. Not as in like you need to fix them or anything like that, but just in where they are. You just recognize them and you can say, hey, I see you. I see you where you are, and I wish you well. I wish you well. I see you in the moment and I wish you well. So I'm I'm Ainsley from A Mama with Trauma. Thank you for coming over to my page. I will see you later.